All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got your watch list and stock picks for Friday, April 12th. This is going to be an exciting one, and we're going to focus a lot on the option chain, either specific contracts, but in general, Friday. So this is going to be for the Friday option traders. If you are new, be very, very careful with these on Friday. If I recommend you paper trade all these. Any of the contracts that get mentioned, watch them. These are low risk gambling ones, but these are the ones you see stuff go crazy on with the crazy percentages. But also, it's setting up for some plays for next week too. So there's a lot we're going to go over. I'm going to put up a lot of the plays on the option chain for you guys to focus on. But before I get into that, the most important thing, you need to post your watch list in the comments. So we're going to be going over these in the morning live on stream. It's pinned in the comments section below, and you could go there. It's also in the description, but we're trading live Monday through Friday. We start 30 minutes till open, and we go till close. But you guys need to be there tomorrow morning, because tomorrow's it's pretty much going to be a cuck fest. A lot of stuff. It's not really expected to move. We'll see how it is. We'll see how the futures are. But I'm expecting a lot of nothing. It could pick up, but thankfully there's some signals being sent that there could be moves with some specific stocks. So like the video, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you like it when I'm talking more options, and I'm going to focus on the lessons here of really even break evens to remind you guys and show you pricing in. So this guy asked a lot. Well, Biogen's up here. I might as well start in here, but this one isn't my favorite. But watch Biogen. It's going to lead to the next play. But they dropped a lot, and I think both either puts or calls. But you could come here and like testing the break even. Well, I'll come back to Biogen so you could see. However, it's not expected to move a lot. So why do I say that with Biogen? I guess I'll have to show you now. Here's the 232 strike price. That sold today at close. Last trade was 260, but we'll assume it's 250 on the ask, right? And the stock's trading at 234.22. So that option is $2 in the money. So, it's $2 and some, about a little less than $2, but you could subtract that there. Subtract $2 in the money from the ask, you're left with 75 cents. So the day at close right there, it was going for, you could have bought it for 275. That's implying only a 75-cent move. Otherwise, the market maker, if they thought it was going to move a lot more, they would have asked for more money. So watch Biogen. The next play related to that is going to be United Health. So watch United Health, see what's going on with them. They dropped a lot today. If anybody has a reasoning behind this, I said watch this in the other videos. They were acting interesting, but United Health made a wicked move today. So the point here is the lessons we've been talking about prior with these contracts that went up a lot. So it's implied and it's expected to move a lot after this move, but these contracts went from like 13 cents over here to like $2, and they closed at $1.50. But watch these contracts. Both watch the ones at the money, near the money. There's a big range, so it's going to be harder. And UNH, the thing is, watch either for the continuation for it to go down, depending on how the market is. But even if the market's good, I think this is what dropped the market today. But watch for a continuation down. Also the call side, but the thing I'm more worried about, I'm not as concerned as picking the right direction as I don't want this to be a cuck fest. And if it just stays in there in the middle and doesn't do much, we could see it probably make a few dollar move off the open and bounce around, and there goes the contracts. But that's United Health. But here's the main one I want to look at. We've been bringing this up all week, and I told you guys wait till Thursday, Friday. And now here's the thing with these Friday contracts. Again, paper trade these, you guys. Be smart. Don't gamble. Control your risk management. You could put a little bit out there, but it's always fun to paper trade these. Play around with them. You could watch them. But here is Disney. So this is the expensive one, and what I've been saying is that the Thursday, Friday, it's like the theta in these contracts. There's something has to happen today. This is decision day tomorrow on these contracts, so they're going to expire. It's pushing them against the wall. So what I mean by that is when you guys are looking to make your purchases, the timing is a wall closing in on those contracts. So pretty much one by one, every single contract is going to start falling off 0 by 0. It's like kind of sand dissolving if the stock isn't moving or going there, and that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So it's kind of like a ticking time zone. It's like the floor is lava. So watch here with Disney, because these contracts have been up a lot. As you see, they're expiring tomorrow, but they're kind of one of the most expensive points they've been at in the last 2 weeks, and they're in the money, so they have extrinsic value. But the same thing actually applies here for the ones out of the money. So this is a dollar move. So now go back to what I told you guys, looking what the option chain is implying. These are, let's look at the 116 calls. Disney's trading at 116.50. So these contracts have $50 of intrinsic value because the stock's trading at 116.50. So you would subtract $50. So let's, for ease of sake, or whatever you want to say, $2. Let's say it's $2 instead of $2.05. It's 50 cents in the money. That means $1.50. So here at close, Disney today priced in coming into tomorrow's open, the last contract. And again, you could calculate these based in the morning real quick, seeing what the contracts are going for, but it's pricing in $1.50 move. So Disney, and again, we brought this up on the watch list. Think about it. It moved 66 cents today. It's a 0.5%. It's expected to do 3 times that, about $1.50 move. It's expected to move $1.50. Otherwise, why would anybody buy these contracts? And again, that's why the market maker's selling them at that price. If the market maker believed Disney wouldn't move that much and that people wouldn't pay that much and expected the same thing, they would offer the contracts at a lower price, hence the price of these ones out of the money. So watch those Disneys, because now if there's a drastic big move off the, literally you could see it here today, this could either be because of theta and the move Disney made, but I think Disney actually just collapsed. So if this happens tomorrow morning and Disney drops, be careful of this scenario, because if this repeats, again, you have to be in the money and make up the premium. So you have to be a savage and really, really picky on the timing, but wait till it comes down and see what happens there. But watch that Disney. That could be good. So we went over there. And then lastly is AT&T. I like them a lot. We bought some options for last week. We bought these at 8 cents. They're at 1-3 on the spread, the 32.50 calls. So they're about to expire, but watch those, even watch the 32s. But it's not really expected. It's expected to move 1 penny tomorrow. These are for a quarter. The stock's at 32.24. They have 24 cents of intrinsic value. You could buy these for a penny of premium. So again, even if you wanted to play AT&T dollar for dollar, you could kind of go long on the shares through those with a small premium. But watch if those fall out of the money, and then watch if these ones kind of fall in the money. That's kind of a slight lower play. So that's the option plays. I'm going to come back. Oh, and I can't forget, actually, Home Depot. There's 2 more, actually. There's 2 more plays. We got Home Depot, and if you guys have been playing these week, you know what's up. So shout out the chat. My boy's killing it. But hopefully you guys have been watching these. I said keep an eye on these 202s. Keep an eye just on all of the Home Depot contracts in general. They've been now making some of those moves. The ones further out the money didn't catch it. The weeklies made a move, but they're dangerous. Those literally went from 9 cents, 8 cents to 30 cents today. So the weeklies were great. The ones for next week moved a little bit, a little less, but they're holding up really, really good coming into next week. So now they're more expensive than the second time I averaged down. But watch those and watch the weeklies. If Home Depot makes another move, another one is Walmart. That's a value stock that held up, but that's not one on the play. But next is Baidu. So Baidu, I like, again, I made that video. If you guys check out that recent one, swing trading these stocks, and I did Baidu, but watch that on the weekly, as well as even like May and so on and so forth. But I like how these contracts are, but those first 4 or 5, all the stocks that move a lot are great. Again, the ones that have big option percentages and a lot of reason behind it. So let's get to the final set of the plays here now. There's my good old Baidu, but let's start with Boeing. Don't forget about this. This was interesting at close. We saw that they had the software update or something along those lines, but when that came out, or I think they said that they did test flights, that shot the stock up. I think it's going to be interesting. Depending on where it opens, 370 or not, or give or take, it could be interesting, but I don't want it to look like, or what I'm suspecting, it could look like last week before they had that meeting in the report, and then it went up into seemingly bad news in the next few days, and then finally gapped down. But, Boeing is right around the corner for earnings, so watch that. I still like the April and then even the May calls. So tomorrow on the weekly, if it doesn't make a lot of movement, you got to be careful for that. But if Boeing seems to take a lead, it has made above 1% moves every single day this week. Every single day this week, which is very, very unique for Boeing. So watch that. That's a good one. And then we're going to see banks. JP Morgan's going to report tomorrow morning, as well as Wells Fargo. So we're going to see how that is. Again, investors and people are expecting something big. I don't think it's going to be too big. I think it could help us push us one way or another slightly, unless there is surprising factors that come with the rate. So watch that. And then Apple. Apple made some moves, but Apple is bringing up the broad sense. I think I have them all up here. NVIDIA. Watch how Apple and NVIDIA moves, but then also Qualcomm. And we saw that drop, but in general, this has been a real big play all week, you guys. The chip makers. So SMH2, that's the ETF of it. But the chip makers and who's going to be the lagger or leader and kind of how they close out this week is going to be important. And really how they even come into this next week, I think, is going to be great. But watch those. Keep those on the call out. What else do we got? Yes, I told you guys look at Walmart. I think that's a good one. I'm surprised it made these two big moves, these back-to-back days. So watch that, see how the contracts move. I don't know if it'll have a big day with the puts, McDonald's as well too. And again, we said keep an eye out on Home Depot, but McDonald's has kind of been acting like a weaker inverse to the S&P, kind of as it should. But watch watch how those play out in those value stocks, and then even like Roku and Square, we've been keeping that. Nothing else new. Again, the pharma stocks and the medical stocks really have my attention. The bank stocks could influence stuff, and after the bank stocks, we could start even looking. I think transportation and some other companies are going to start reporting here coming up for earnings. But beyond that, the final digestion of the markets and what's been going on, we could see it's either going to melt up, or if we get some of this weird volatility we saw today, we'll see what happens. But it's going to be a fun earnings season. I'm excited for this. I'm really excited to see even what we see at pre-market. So hopefully you guys are there on stream. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and let's go.